It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action now. Book. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts. That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
32.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
It's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. Protect the drive. 3rd down conversion here is big. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get levels, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to take this one for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we have time here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they go play action with Book. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough, spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Kamara there with a 1st down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Book's throw there taken in by Smith. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Book. And it's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. To throw his Book. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day.
Touchdown, Saints! Traquan Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now back to throw. This one to the left to Higbee. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw on 2nd and 10. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Shedding through the defense. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Book. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Tyler Higbee in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for them, right?
Yeah, it's the game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our CBS Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints.
You gotta love it, baby. Give us some more.
Touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But it's going to be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Here's Kamara on the read option. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's got his target, Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Way to go, boy. Way to go.
Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return is Henderson. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Well, he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
And I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off to Thomas on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Monsieur Douglas puts it. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about the ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Left side to start out. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding the clock.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Book. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw here. flush to his right. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Peyton Turner. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Now whistles and a flag down. I think the Rams line did not win. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And some room to roll now. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Ball stripped. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now he's stripped. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still way short of what he needed. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, it's hallelujah time as they finally get that first win after 13 losses. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA.